Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello friends, it's me Putri Rahmadania. Now, I would like to tell you about the social linguistics, especially pidgin and creoles. And okay, let's see. First, I would like to tell you about the definition of the pidgins. Pidgins itself in social linguistics it is the mixing of two or more languages that can be understood in certain groups. The word for these particular groups can be an organization, a gang, an official association, or the like. I have an example here. And there are people of East Java and people of Bandung. And when the people of East Java who speak Javanese meet the people of Bandung in Sundanese, they gather in a cooperative and often meet every three times in a week. With a very long intensity, finally, the two languages, Javanese and Sundanese, mix into one languages in conversation every time there is communication in their cooperative. Next, about the definition of creoles. Creole is a combination of several languages and then creates a new language in society for next generation. Okay, I have an example here. For a small example is when an American with English America marries an Indonesian in Indonesia. Their children will get two languages at the same time in their daily communication. They get American or English American, and they get Indonesian. And unconsciously, after years and growing up, mixing up to the two languages of their father and mother, so they present a new language. Next, about pidginization and creolization concepts. Pidginization generally includes several types of simplification of the language. For example, a reduction in morphology, word form and syntax, grammar structure, pronunciation, a reduction in the number of functions from the use of pidgin itself. We cannot make a novel using pidgins, and extensively borrowing words from the local language. And for the creolization includes expanding in morphology and syntax, phonological tendencies, improving the function of Creole usage, and developing rational and stable system for vocabulary and enhancement. Although the process is different, we can clearly say that that is Pidgin or Creole. Okay. Next materi is the concept of lingua franca. Lingua franca is a language that is adopted as a common language between speakers who speak different mother tongues. The word lingua means language, and franca, which means association. Thus, the lingua franca is a functionally defined term that is independent of linguistic history or language structure. Okay, for the last materi about characteristic of Pidgin, Creole, and lingua franca. Incomplete clause structure for there are a characteristic about Pidgin and Creole. Incomplete clause structure and then reduction labels or words, and then reduction of consonant groups, use of basic vowels. There is no tone as found in African and Asian languages. The use of separate words to indicate tenses, usually giving rise to verbs. The use of reduplication to explain plural, superlative, and other parts of speech in order to reinforce the concept. A lack of morphonemic variation underlying the pidgin is the tendency to contact a group of people whose language is different. Next, needs to communicate between them and then accessible interlanguage. Okay, last, the characteristic of the lingua franca is the language used has developed widely and is the medium of communication between all groups. Okay guys, I think that's all about my explanation about Pidgin, Creole, and then Pidginization and Creolization concept, and then about lingua franca. I say thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.